Hello and happy holidays. Before we get to today's groovy holiday make, I do have a short yet hilarious story to share with you. So a few months ago, I thrifted a wonderful crushed velvet type of t-shirty top, and I set it aside specifically to refashion this holiday. So it's coming the time where I'm thinking, hey, what am I going to do with that shirt? Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere. Completely lost my mind looking for this shirt that I knew existed. But then I started thinking to myself, did it really exist? Did I dream it? Am I going completely bonkers mad? So I went sifting through my Instagram and I found the picture I had shared of me wearing the shirt. So I knew it existed. I knew it was somewhere in my house. I went on a mad kind of spree and I went through every single suitcase in the garage. Not there. I went through my stash. Not there. I went through my closet. Not there. I went through my vintage dress collection. Not there. I went through every single extra bag, bin, closet in this entire house of mine and could not find this shirt anywhere. And then I thought to myself, that's it. The tutorial is lost. And I became very sad. And then I thought, wait a minute, all is not lost. I'll just head on over to my local thrift and charity shops and find something similar to Refashion. Well, my lovelies, for about 2 weeks, I frequented all of my favorite thrifty haunts, and yet there was literally nothing. I'm thinking because it's that time of year where everything red and either silky or velvety gets snapped up at the thrift store, but there was literally nothing that I found worth transforming. And by this time I had come up with a really cool yet super simple idea that I really was desperate to make. So yeah, I had all but given up when I just thought, you know what, let's just go one more sweep through and see if I cannot find this shirt that was defeating me. And with my kiddos' help, we came down to my studio, opened up the stash closet, pulled out one of my stash bins, and flipped over. And guess what was there? Wrapped in fabric, hidden from view. La, la, la. This shirt that had eluded me for weeks, finally. So now, yes, I shall absolutely relish chopping into this to refashion it, this horrible, sneaky, hiding thing. All right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready to get transforming this? Let's get making!
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.
For this fast and festive project, all you need is a holiday-colored top, some fab faux fun fur, your scissors, and your sewing gear. Now, my shirt is a little bit longer than I would like my final result to be, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop it to my desired length. So I've made things with faux fur before, but I've never sewn with it. I used a staple gun, I've used a glue gun, I used regular glue, but yeah, I've never actually attempted to sew with it. So let's learn together. So the first thing I have done here is to cut my faux fur to the width plus a little bit of seam allowance that I wanted. And yeah, because the back of it here is really not very soft and quite scratchy, I am going to be stitching it right directly over top of the velvet fabric here. So then I will still have the nice soft interior against my skin instead of this kind of scratchy bit here. So again, let's see how this is going to work. So first, I have just laid it in the basically the end position that I want it to finally be in. And then I'm going to simply flip it up. So then I'm going to be sewing along this chopped edge here. And when I pull that back down, it should have the nice clean edge up here. So let's go try that and see how that's gonna work out. Okay, I have successfully stitched on the first bit of the faux fur here, and I went nice and slow and steady and used a tight, wide zigzag. Now also, because this velvet is a bit stretchy, I did ever so slightly stretch it as I stitched, so I would still have, that bit of give to pull this on and off over my head and shoulders. So now the moment of truth. Is this faux fur going to flip down nicely? Let us see. Oh my, it seems to be working. Yeah, I think. Wow. Okay, that actually worked. I am in like total shock right now. That actually worked. I am very, very proud of myself. And yeah, it's actually a really nice straight line here. I was a bit concerned because this is stretchy that it was going to be kind of wavy, but it's not. It's laying nice and flat and perfect. Hooray! Okay, now I'm thinking I am going to go ahead and stitch this part as well. Stitch all down here so it just, lays nice and flat. Yeah, and let's go see how that goes. So when I did try to stitch this interior velvet fabric over here, it kind of ended up giving the faux fur a kind of comb over part, if that makes sense, and it did not look nice at all. So I've decided to just leave it as is because it does look great. And then I went and finished off the cuffs with some more faux fur to totally complete my fabulous festive faux fur velvet Refashionista holiday shirt. This came out so much better than I ever could have imagined. I mean, especially because it truly was my first time stitching with faux fur. And yeah, I thought it would be kind of uncomfortable around my arms, not having there be a lining under here, but it's actually totally fine and it's quite cozy. Now, speaking of first times, whenever I do work with a new fabric or textile for the first time, it always puts me in mind of the garment workers and the people making our clothes in less fortunate countries. And when I was cutting this faux fur, when I was sewing with this faux fur, it was flying everywhere. And again, this isn't a lot. It's just some trim basically. And I was thinking, like, imagine doing this all day, every day, cutting the patterns, stitching it, it's flying everywhere. And again, next time you're in the mall and you're going through the racks, try to spare a thought really for the people making those clothes. And instead of supporting those brands that do not pay their workers a living wage, perhaps you want to maybe support the organizations that are fighting for garment worker rights. I will put the links down below for those and you can go check them out. And again, You don't have to go to the mall. You can simply shop your own closet, refashion what you already have, or again, hit the thrift shop, swap with friends. There are loads of ways that you can enhance and refash and restyle your own wardrobe without resorting to supporting these unethical and unsustainable brands. Enough preaching though, and I wish you all a very happy holiday season. And please, if you do have any tips for sewing with faux fur, leave them in a comment below, because I think I might just have to try making some more things with it. And until next time, I'll catch ya on the zigzag.